Hi everybody, Samantha Shriver, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you today with a new card tutorial. Today we're going to make a beach card using the Oceanfront stamp set, the On the Horizon stamp set, and the Horizon dies. This is the card we'll be making today. I'm also going to give away this card, so if you can like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below. When I do my card tutorial next week, I will announce that winner, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to make this beautiful beach scene card. My favorite parts of this card are the gates that open up and these pebble enamel dots. I hope that you guys enjoy today's card tutorial. For today's card, we're going to do our stamping first. I'm going to grab my foam mat and my scalloped rectangle die. This die is from the Scalloped Contours dies, and we're using the second largest scallop rectangle in the set. Then for the stamp set, we're going to be using the Oceanfront stamp set. And for our dies, we're going to be using the Horizon dies, and we'll be using the fence from that. And then we'll also be using the Pinewood Planks embossing folder. So I am going to grab my top of my sunset, and put that on first. And my first color that I'm going to use is my Pale Papaya. And we're just going to stamp this. You know what, let me grab a quick scrap here. We're just going to stamp this on top. Then our next color, we're going to use our Daffodil Delight. Now with the Daffodil Delight, I was just stamping the bottom half and then stamping off once and then lining this back up and stamping that again. And this gives you the two colors of the sky. Next, we'll be stamping our water. I'm just going to clean this off and then grab our water. And then put that on. For this, we are going to use our Coastal Cabana ink, which will match our background paper. Ink this up, and then stamp that. So there's our water. Let me just clean this off quick, and then next we are going to stamp our sand. Okay, so there's our sand, and for the sand I'm going to be using our crumb cake. And I want it to go this way. And as I'm stamping these, I'm trying not to overlap them. I'm trying to leave a tiny bit of a space in between. And now we're going to add our sand, the textured part of our sand. Let me grab a littler block here. Let's see. Before I add my texture to the sand, I am just going to grab a little bit of my Post-it tape here. And we're going to mask the bottom. And so we don't want it to get on the scalloped edging. I'm just going to stamp this all over the bottom part of the sand. We're just going to fill in all of this down here. So you can put as much or as little as you'd like. And I'm going to tear this off. And then you could see I've got that clean edging. And then next we are going to stamp this, I forget what it's called, like that seagrass. I'm not positive of the correct term for it. So I'm going to use both sizes of this. And this we're going to stamp in soft suede. And I'll do the large one first. And just put that there. And then next I'm going to use the smaller one. We're all set with that. The last stamping that I want to do is for our birds, and the birds are actually from the On the Horizon set, which matches those dies that we're going to use. And I haven't even put the stickers on this stamp set yet, so let's just put that there. Just bear with me one moment. Grab our Memento black ink. I'm just gonna test to make sure the birds are going the way that I want, and they're upside down. This is why I have to put the stickers on. I just haven't gotten to it yet because it's a new set that I've gotten. So we're gonna stamp our birds. And I feel like that really helps to make the background. It's pretty. Next, we're gonna do our embossing and our die cutting. Just put this away. Move that out of our way quick. I'm gonna bring over my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we'll do our embossing first. So our Coastal Cabana piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And we're just gonna line this up in our embossing folder. I use that edge at the bottom to line it up. We have our plate 1. We'll put our embossing folder in and use our gray plate. And just put this through. And look at how beautifully that comes out. So next we're gonna do our die cut of our fence. So we'll just use our plate 1. our plate 2, a 3 plate on the bottom. Then we're going to put our paper down. And let me find where I put the dies. And then we'll use the 2 fence dies. Put our plate on top. And die cut those out. I'm just going to move my machine. And apparently my mat. Okay. And then we have our fence. Move my machine back over to its place it belongs. And then grab my take your pick tool. We're just going to pop this fence out. So for our fencing, we have some different options on ways to adhere it. You can definitely use your Tombow Mono liquid glue. Sometimes when I use that, I don't have as steady of a line with it. So I wanted to use my tear and tape. So I'll show you how I do this. I'm just going to cut a piece. And then cut that piece in half with my paper snips. And we'll just adhere this to the back of our fence panel. And I'm gonna just do 2 of the pieces on that one, and then 3 on the larger one. And it is probably quicker to do this with your glue. So if you are, have a steady hand with that and it doesn't glob out on you, you could definitely do that. I also find that the tear and tape is very adhesive, which I definitely want it stuck down to my card. And I'll show you why in just a moment. Just putting my extra piece to the side so I can use it later. And just take my take your pick tool, and we're just going to take that top layer off that's over the adhesive. And I got just a little over on the adhesive, so I'm going to just fold it back a little bit. And then our other piece, just going to do the same. And check the adhesive on that, and just in one part, I'm just going to fold it back. And we can adhere our embossed piece next. We'll just take this and then we'll stick it on our card base. So we have our 8.5 by 11 piece cut in half and then folded in half. Just gonna stand up when I put this on. I could see a little better. And the good thing with the glue when you're doing it on an embossed piece, if you don't line it up correctly, it's easier to pick up and put back on. Whereas if that was just like a flat piece of cardstock, usually once it's stuck, it's stuck. I'm just having, I don't know why I'm having trouble lining it up today. I was earlier too. I'm just a little off today on putting it on. Isn't that weird? You just have days where things just don't line up as easy for you. So our next piece, we're gonna do the same. And I did already put some adhesive on this prior. I'm just gonna put some more on. I had started adhering it and then my video stopped and I had to redo a part. Just gonna put this on and see if that lines up. I feel like someone else needs to line everything up for me today. All right, we'll just go with this. We're gonna put our fencing on. I'm gonna match this up to the white edge. And then do the other side. Just need to straighten that a tiny bit. There we go. So as you can see, this will open up. That's why I want these pieces to really be adhered. Then we're going to grab our Pebbles enamel shapes. And grab my take your pick tool and we're going to lay these down. Put that one there. I'm going to grab one of these longer ones and put that, stick into my fence. Just kind of move it around to where you want to put it. I want this one to be up a little bit and then the other one to be a little bit underneath it. Almost like it's resting on it a little bit. So just push that one down a little bit. I really love how this opens and you can see the beach, and I love those pebbles. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's card tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of their weekend, and if you celebrate, have a very happy Easter. Take care.